integral root x times x cubed minus 1 over 2x dx. Let's simplify this. We'll write this as x to the 1/2 times x cubed minus 1 over 2 x to the minus 1 dx. Now we'll multiply it through. That's x to the 1/2 times x cubed minus 1/2 x to the 1/2 x to the minus 1. And now simplifying further, same base, we add up the exponents. That's x to the 7 over 2 minus 1/2 x to the 1/2 minus 1 is negative 1/2. Now let's split up the integral. That's integral x to the 7 over 2 dx minus integral 1/2 x to the negative 1/2 dx. And if you integrate this, you get x to the 9 over 2, add 1 to the exponent, and divide by the same number, 9 over 2. The constant passes right through, so you get minus 1/2. And that's going to give us x to the negative 1/2 plus 1. That's 1/2. Divide by 1/2 plus c. And that's x to the 9 over 2. Let's flip the bottom. You get 2 over 9 minus 1/2 times 2 over 1 x to the 1/2 plus c. These 2's cancel out, and we'll rewrite this as 2 over 9 x to the 9 over 2 minus x to the 1/2 plus c. This is the answer. Okay, let's look at number 6. We'll split up the integral like before. That's 2e to the t dt plus integral e dt minus integral 1 over 2 t dt. Now the constants will pass right through the integral, so this comes out, the e comes out, and the 1/2 comes out. That's 2 integral e to the t dt plus e integral 1 dt minus 1/2 integral 1 over t dt. Splitting up the integral. Now integrate term by term. Antiderivative of e to the t is itself. So that's e to the t. Plus e times antiderivative of 1 is just t. Minus 1/2. Antiderivative of 1 over t is just log t. Log t. Plus c. That is the answer. Alright, let's look at number 7. We have integral 1 over 1 plus t squared plus 2 over root 1 minus t squared plus sine t minus cos t. Recall that antiderivative of 1 over 1 plus t squared is arctan t. Antiderivative of 1 over root 1 minus t squared is sine minus 1t. And antiderivative of cos x is just sine x plus c. And antiderivative of sine x is minus cos x. Okay, let's integrate this. We'll split it up. Integral 1 over 1 plus t squared dt plus integral 2 over root of 1 minus t squared dt plus integral sine t dt minus integral cos t dt. And antiderivative of 1 over 1 plus t squared, that's saying what's the function whose derivative gives us 1 over 1 plus t squared. That's arctan t. Tan minus 1t. The constant passes right through, so we can write this as 2 times antiderivative of 1 over root 1 minus t squared. That's arctan t. Oh, I'm sorry, that's sine minus 1t. Plus integral of sine t is negative cos t. Integral cos t is sine t. Plus c. Let's put that in a box. Alright, let's look at question number 8. So we split this up. Integral secant squared x dx plus integral cosecant squared x dx plus integral secant x tan x dx. Antiderivative of secant squared is tangent x because derivative of tan x is sec squared. Antiderivative of cosecant squared x is minus cotangent x. And antiderivative of sec x tan x dx, that is just going to be sec x because derivative of sec x is sec x tan x plus c. Okay, let's look at the integral of secant squared x times cos squared x plus sine squared x in brackets. You will notice that this sum in the brackets is actually 1 because of a trig identity cosine squared x plus sine squared x is equal to 1. So we can rewrite this integral as integral secant squared x times 1 dx. That's just the same as antiderivative of secant squared x dx, which is, what is a function whose derivative is sec squared? That's tangent x plus c. Okay, let's look at the last question. Integral x to the 8 minus 2x cubed plus 3x squared minus 4 over x cubed. So we're going to divide this through first. That's integral x to the 8 over x cubed minus 2x cubed over x cubed plus 3x squared over x cubed minus 4 over x cubed dx. Simplifying this, same base, subtract off the exponents, that's x to the 5 minus 2 because x cubed cancels out plus 3 over x. X squared over x cubed is 1 over x minus 4 x to the minus 3 dx. Split up the integrals, that's x to the 5 dx minus integral 2 dx plus integral 3 over x dx minus integral 4 x to the minus 3 dx. Now the constants pass right through, so the 2 goes through the integral, the 3 passes through as well, and the 4 also passes through. Let's rewrite this as x to the 5 dx minus 2 integral 1 dx plus 3 integral 1 over x dx minus 4 integral x to the negative 3 dx. Applying the reverse of the power rule, this is going to be x to the 6 over 6 minus 2. What is a function whose derivative is 1? That's just x. Plus, what's antiderivative of 1 over x dx? That is log x. So that's 3 log absolute value of x. Minus 4, antiderivative of x to the minus 3, add 1 to the exponent, x to the negative 2, divide by minus 2 plus c. Rewrite this as x to the 6 over 6 minus 2x plus 3 log x plus 2 over x squared, bringing x to the minus 2 to the bottom, plus c. That is the answer. Alright, thank you.